Okay, we got her set up in the mill here. It's the gas tank for the Joker, and we got to turn down this little nub they've got. They got a pipe thread on the inside. I got this humming in the background. That's my three-phase converter. But yeah, we got to get that turned down to a size so that I can thread it, and I'm using a motorcycle, a petcock on it, to shut off my gas, and I finally get a reserve that way too. That took a few minutes to get her set up. Had to move my column out. Man, I hate moving my column out. Drag upon it up there, but gotta square everything back up. That only took a minute though. It come back in pretty quick. All right, we'll take a couple cuts here. Looks like you need about 12 more thousandths out of there. Close enough. All right. I'm going to make a mill cut across that. Saved you all the wear and tear on the old converter and all its humming noises. So I got the top flattened off here. There we go. Took a little fly cut across the top of that, so now everything's straight and perpendicular and all that good happy stuff. Got me a die I purchased. 18 millimeter by a 1.0 thread. And that's the one for the petcock, for the fuel petcock. So yeah, in order to keep everything straight and square, I'm just going to use the old mill. Keep that die going on good and straight. And getting that thing to start straight is the key to success. And then there's all you guys with your tap magic. Man, in the trade for 40 years, you could keep that tap magic. Send it all right over to your place. I'll stick with my good old-fashioned motor oil. Use motor oil, man, you can't beat it. Performance synthetic, really speedy go racer stuff. There we go. So I'm not going to really push on it, just going to keep a little pressure on it.
on pushing. Oh yeah, she's kind of nice. A little more of that. Half-used motor oil on there. Many threads on there as we can. Look like I have to go a little deeper. Let's try that. Down to the bottom, but I'm not going to get it down to the bottom because of the chamfer on the die itself. Let's spin around the other way one time real quick. No hurts. Yeah, I probably didn't have to turn out of it. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay, we're going to call that good. Get this out of here. Get her cleaned up. And we'll get that. Now, looking nothing up. Go back down, come back up. Make sure you're coming up square. There we go. Don't ever force it off there. You just got done cutting them threads. Okay, let's take this inside and see if that petcock works in there. Okay, and there she is. Well, Dependable's up and running, so got the joker out. Last time the joker ran, we lost spark again, and I'm getting tired of that. Bought a new set of points for it, and oddly enough, I got the wrong ones. I haven't looked into it further. I took the old ones apart, and the contacts really did look good. I polished them up really nice. Whoops. And they look like they're working good. I got them set right at 16 thousandths, right in the middle. And we're gonna go ahead. You can tell it's the joker by the green carburetor. Got the old green and purple all over the joker. Yeah, so we'll get the flywheel back on there and set them points. Make sure that's set. We're shooting for about 160 thousandths before top dead center. I'd like 160, somewhere in there. But we'll get that going and get the camera fired back up when we start getting into that. Got the old flywheel back on her. Proper location. Everything went together pretty nice there. We got the, man, couldn't get the calipers. Really gonna miss my digital readout here because I don't have a digital readout indicator, at least not a little short profile one. See, we got this one up in here. It ain't pretty, but it looks repeatable. I bounced her up and down a few times. It kept coming back to zero. So there she is. Let's see if we can get in here. Yeah, there she is. There's top dead center. And we want 160 before that. So one revolution is 100. There's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Or 60. 40 on the big numbers, 60 on the small ones. Right there is where we want that spark to them points to open up. So they stay closed right until this point. And okay, so now we gotta get the ohm meter hooked up and see exactly when them things are cracking. Ohm meter's hooked up. Got the dial gauge. Man, I wish I'd have turned that so I could see the face of that dial, but oh well, too late now. Anyway, so right here what we're watching on this ohm meter. Where are we at? There we are. So when these points break, this exact point right there. And then when we find that exact spot, we'll come up here and we'll take a look at where the dial indicator is. Right now I've got it set that 0 is top dead center. Okay, I gotta get the spark advance held forward, because you do have to hold the spark advance at full advance. You gotta make sure that thing's working properly. Have that thing at full advance when you're doing this. Okay, let me get this set up. Okay, there's the needle. I'm gonna keep an eye on the old ohm meter there, and what we want that thing on is right around 160 when that ohm meter ticks off. Okay, let's see where we're at. That up against the stop. And, oh, there she is. There. Oh. Okay, sneaking up on it, right there is where she goes open. That needle is right there. Yep, we're about 170. Okay, that's a little more than I wanted. Well, we finally, after a little playing around, well worth it. Well worth it. We got her down to 158. Well, 158 to 161 was what I was getting. But that's going to be close enough for me. We'll button this back up. Going to jerk the carburetor off it and make sure that's all popping off the way it ought to be. Make sure it looks right. And then we'll be about ready to fire this one up.